Look at me. Now look at the end dust. Check it out. It's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Ooh. Now look at the calendar. Now look back to me. Now look at the buttons. Hey, is that a thermostat? Now look at the monitor. Pretty trippy, isn't it? I am not your man. I'm flicking you off. It's kind of funny because I'm doing this again, aren't I? Then again, it might not be the same joke. Perhaps it is. We don't know that yet, do we? Now look at a game case.
Now turn back to me. Yeah. I don't know why my voice went like this when everything else was all growly. Who knows? Now look somewhere else, quickly. Quickly!
It's Fable 2. Behold, Fable 3. Now what's more to me? Welcome back. Didn't miss you any.
Now that I consider this, I still have everything on the hard drive, and I have stuff on the laptop, so... Yeah, I got the other intros saved. I guess I just made this one just to redo the gag and just, I don't know, for shits and giggles. Haha! So, hi everyone. Yeah, that's kind of like a somewhat issue thing with the intro and the whole introfication factor of like 11, and yeah, mostly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the topic at hand today. What's the topic? Well, if you don't know what the topic is, you actually didn't read the starting point, did you? Okay, I can be nice enough to answer the topic question. Why? Because I do it anyway. I do it every time I do a video. If there's a topic, I usually answer what the topic is. But I usually don't do it before the first minute, so we can wait for about 10 seconds or so. No, I take it back, because their intro will probably take care of that minute. Damn! Not enough for me today. Today, the topic is obviously double standard. What are double standards? Well, double standards are this. Oh. If, say, a guy and a girl are dating, and the girl flirts with another guy, and her boyfriend gets jealous, and says something, even if he says it calmly, she's like, oh, that's cute, you're jealous, and thinks nothing of it. Now, if a guy looks at another girl, or says something in any tone other than, I want my coffee now, aka annoyed and aggressive. If they sound anything beyond that, then the girl that's with them usually kind of stares at him like, yeah, I'm his date. Yeah, go ahead, bye-bye. And the other girl leaves, which leaves the girlfriend staring at the guy like, you have some balls to flirt with someone in my face. Actually, the guy's like, what the hell happened here? I missed something? Apparently it's worse in roleplay. Now, I don't know why, it just is. I'm not going to worry about that. Like I said, I'm not going to sit there and keep hitting the same issues, because I've pretty much battered the hell out of these issues earlier. But double standards go both ways. Say there's a guy that's a metrosexual. Yeah, I'm going there. But just because he's a guy, if he has any type of fashion sense, the first thing out of people's mouth there happens to be, oh, he's gay. But that same guy could walk into, say, a friend's house. The friend's dating a girl, and the girl goes, "Oh, great, you're here, and my boyfriend isn't here. But my sink is kind of acting up. Could you possibly fix it? Like magically, he's an expert in engineering or something. I know all sorts of plumbing because I'm a guy." Or if there's car trouble and the girl's stuck on a highway and she's trying to fix her car, and the guy stops, going, "Okay, what happened?" She's like, "Oh, can you fix my car?" Yeah, I work for Goodyear, for the tire company over there, and just because I work on the tires means I'm magically knowing how to put your engine and your computer in the engine together to make it run more efficiently to get you on your way. But double standards go both ways. Thus, a double standard. From dating down to even the simplest ridiculous item. What's a ridiculous item, Double R?
People don't understand what a ridiculous item is.
Okay, ridiculous item happens to be, say, video games. Video games and movies. Movies. Okay, let's break this one down. This is easy. Double standard for movies. If you're taking your girlfriend out on a date, what type of movies do you go see? Yeah, most of the time y'all go see a date movie. Date movie or scary movie. Why a scary movie? Because you're hoping to scare the girl enough to where she's all over you. Why a date movie? Because you're trying to get her attention in some way, shape, or form that'll let you get in the pants. Those are usually the top 2 reasons why for that. So that's usually the top 2 reasons. Now, keep this in mind. When people want to make a good impression, when girls want to make a good impression on a guy, some will talk about video games, some will talk about cars, and some will talk about food. Now, of course, especially in roleplay, it's pretty easy for people, for girls to get guys if they think about it. I mean, it doesn't take much to get a guy's attention. You offer food and sex, they're done. It doesn't matter what the guy is. It could be Ryu Hayabusa, it could be Shang Tsung, it could be Foamy the Squirrel, it could be the Great Cornholio, it could be flipping Remy fucking LeBeau from X-Men. I mean, it could be anybody. Anybody! If it's a guy, and not gay, then girls can get to him by food or sex. Or a combination of both, which is like, kind of like how they said it in Love Stinks. Get 3 B's, you know, back rub, blowjob, breaths in bed. That's an apology to any guy. So ladies, heads up, you want to apologize to a guy for doing something slightly confusing? Slightly to mid. There's a range that the 3 B's will work on. Because to a point, we're just going to be like, nah, you a crazy bitch. Why does a guy be a crazy bitch? Guys are just as stupid. Yes, many guys are just that stupid. No, I'm not being sarcastic. They are just that stupid. I don't mean about the 3 B's. I mean, they are just that stupid. I mean, I've seen guys who sat there, girl comes by, and they do this. Wow. She's got some nice legs and great tits. Oh, sorry, honey. What do you want? Dude? See, again, it goes into double standard. This is where things actually get confusing. Because one of the double standards happens to be there are no girls on the internet. So when you actually run into a girl on the internet, she's like, okay. Hi. Why is this a double standard? Because the double standard points come up as girls don't play games, they don't go on the internet, things of that nature. Well, I've met quite a few girl gamers that nearly handed me, or omegally handed me my ass in games. Which is kind of sad if you think about it, because most of the time I'm like the universal midpoint. There are always people better than me, and there's always a buttload worse than me. I'm like dead center. I'm like the universal center point. As in, if you go to a world tournament, and I'm there, out of 500 people, I'm number 250. Why am I 250? Because I'm the universal center. Doesn't mean I'm supreme, doesn't mean I suck. Just some areas I have stronger stats. With that being said, the double standard comes up because, especially if you have, say, Bent, and you're playing WoW. That's the big one. if you have bet, you're playing well, and someone goes, "Oh, you're a girl," and guess what? Oh, we can make some crafted items for you. No problem, no problem. Actually, there's a skit that's out there. I would put a link. You know what? After I get this on YouTube, I'm going to put the link of the video I'm talking about from WoW in the description. This way y'all can watch that and be like, that's what he's talking about. Because you can see it from a different point of view. If it was only girl gamers and guys coming, you see what the girls put up with from a guy perspective in a more comical light, more blunt light. Now, I say double standards because this goes, like I said, across everything. I mean, you speak to a girl, and let's say you're talking, and you run across something that is a hentai. Oh, naturally, the guys will know it's a hentai. Okay, see, that's the first thing that goes to the head. The guy will know the hentai when he sees it. Even if it's advertised on TV or something, he'll know the hentai when he sees it. That's what everyone thinks about the guy. The double standard. What if the guy, maybe the guy has never watched anime at all, so he wouldn't even know the hentai, let alone the title. But the girl who's in the anime kind of looks up, sees the title, and goes, "Oh shit, that's a hentai. Hey Matt, you want to watch that with me? Might be a fun date movie." Now most of y'all are probably thinking, "Oh, but Matt happens to have the movie already." He might not. He probably doesn't. I think he probably sits there and goes, "It's a cartoon with naked drawn boobs? What the hell?" She's like, it's like a porno, but yeah, sorry, the color just kind of went weird. She's like, "It's a porno, but it's like animated, so they can do weirder stuff with less of a budget." Which, of course, most people know it's sometimes more of a budget, because most pornos are done with a B-rated budget. Yeah, most pornos are done with a B-rated budget. This is why I have no problem watching B-rated films. Because you watch a lot of pornos. I'm a guy. I'm going to leave it at that just to see how many people fuck this up. I'm just going to leave it like that just because I know people are going to sit there with that statement. I'm a guy? Oh yeah, he's seen a lot. He's seen a lot of pornos. Oh shit. I love double standards. And I hate them. Because like I said, it goes across anything. Anime, games, movies, role-playing, even fucking wallpaper. I mean, anything could cause a double standard. Oh, it's a cake. A girl must have made it. Or, wow, that is a nice Porsche. Hey, who's the guy that owns this? Sure enough, it's Chef Ramsay's who made the cake, and fucking Oprah's one that owned the Porsche. Go figure that one out, huh? Here's your double standard in a nutshell. No, but seriously. I understand it's hard to escape the double standards and stereotypes, but the only thing I want to suggest is try. Try to watch what you're doing, okay? Just because double standards can cause a lot more harm than good, and a lot of people don't see it, especially in the dating world. Yeah. Just watch what goes on. And like I said, double standards are double standards for a reason. Example, like I said, the dating thing was a good example because if the waitress is beautiful, or lovely, or whatever other terms y'all want to use, and she comes up to the table, and a guy stares at her, then the girl gets mad. His date gets mad. But if it happens to be, say, a good-looking guy coming up to the table, say that Korean actor Rain, let's say it's him. Let's just say it's him, just for S and Gs. Let's say Rain comes up to the table because he wanted to do some research on a part that's coming up. So he comes up to the table, he's taking an order. And the girl is just sitting there drooling, pretty much visually. So she's going to flirt with him every time he comes up. Flirt, 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 flirt. Now, her date is sitting across the table. What is he supposed to actually say? I mean, he can't sit there and really say anything, right? I mean, it's the old standard. If he says something to her, she gets mad at him for saying something in the first place. Meanwhile, the cute little waitress that comes back around and passes by both of them, he ends up staring at her, and the girlfriend goes off on him. Again, it's double standard. Why is this a double standard? Because, as y'all heard me explain, I state it's the girl that goes off on somebody. I state that. And that's a double standard because, again, for all we know, it could be the guy who sits there. This might be the third, fourth date, and they've had this issue before, and she's doing it again. Even though the situation was extenuating. Extenuating circumstances, as people call it. But it was an actor. Rain, he's just beautiful and yada yada yada. And you were drooling all over him like he was a fucking lollipop to a baby. You see where the problem comes in, at least in real life. This is where a major issue comes in. Now, the roleplay issue with this is... Okay. Issue 2. Issue 2. People cannot read. So, naturally, what does this mean? Well, if a guy says he's single, and he's fucking everything with a pair of legs, and he says there's no problem if y'all get pregnant, and y'all get pregnant character-wise, and then you try to hoist off on a third party, then I'm pretty sure the third party is going to throw a flag. The reason why I bring this up is because there was an example from a friend of mine who, that poor boy, he had no luck. Alright, let me sum up this exact situation in a nutshell. I don't care about the OOC shit. I'm not going to care about the OOC shit. I don't care. Apparently, in character-wise, the guy's, I think, cousin, sister, some shit, she was married to another dude. This is all roleplay, so just bear with it. Although you can think about it, it's probably like Desperate Housewives or some other drama TV show. I'm pretty sure we've seen this in another TV show, just without the races. Just all humans. Probably something like Nip Tuck or some shit. I don't know. But she was, I guess, getting it on with some other dude that plainly stated that he didn't care if she got pregnant. So, of course, I guess out of character, they started talking about plans. They were talking about plans to lie to another person about the pregnancy and to make a third person a scapegoat. What type of shit is that? No, seriously, what type of shit is that? Out of character? You're plotting? Like, plotting against two people just because you don't want to roleplay with one and you just don't like the other? That's kind of fucked up, people. And this is stuff that's going on regularly. Thus, we have one of these issues. Yeah, we see where this is going. But, again, I'm not going to stick on the roleplay thing. I just wanted to give an example so y'all know. But if that happened in real life, as many of the dramas go, because I think even, I want to say True Blood or something like that. No, I think it is True Blood. I don't even really watch the show, but I know people who watch the show. And apparently Bill was sleeping around with someone, and I guess he's pissed if Sookie slept around with someone. Dude, you're screwing everyone else. So why does she not get to screw as many people as you screw while you're with her actively? Because she's lying. Okay. As I've had Glacier state, on his original wife's first life, he was under contract with a different girl. Demons are very particular about contracts. And I'll go into that at another time. But a contract is a contract. You cannot snap a contract as a demon unless the person who initiated it fucks up. But, needless to say, Glacier still found a way out of his contract to where, after his first wife died, and she got reincarnated, to where she even considers it a clean slate because she went back a couple years in age or some shit. Then he became faithful. And yet, because he considered marriage a contract at that point, which is very demon-esque, as a contract, I cannot break contract. Contract says this, I cannot do this. Boom. Simple. But apparently, girls started like saying that he's cute and whatnot, and she thought every girl that said he's cute meant he had sex with her. So she would purposely go out and flirt, and wonder why, at certain points, Glacier threw the flag. Again, I'm pretty sure y'all can see that in TV shows. Like I said, probably True Blood for you vampire people who go, yay, vampires, woo! And you gotta watch everything from Twilight to Blade. Twilight still hurts my head. It's sparkling. Because they have fairies. Fairies? I had one book about fairies, and we made sure not to read it quite as fairies, just so we wouldn't be confused. But I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's double standards. It's just wow. The double standards. Just wow. Wow. A good example of another double standard, real quick. As I said, girls don't play games. So obviously on the World of Warcraft, there is not a girl on there. Until y'all hit the vent. And then you hear the girls. And then those of you who said that such a thing could not exist or happen kind of sit there and look stupid. But, Dark Mike, you said there were no girls on the internet. But Dark Mike, you said no one plays WoW. And Dark Mike's sitting there going, well, I said girls only play hunters. Then why is that one a rogue, and why were we in the arena with her while we were all on vent and she owned you? Because I wasn't paying attention. Again, double standard. That's the time when you, especially for the girls, I wish I had a flag going, oh, y'all want to treat saying you fight like a girl as an insult? I own you, own your friend, and my partner's still back there counting sheep. Why? Because I can do it myself. So people, when you go with double standard, really watch what you do. And like I said, guys are just as guilty as girls, and girls are just as guilty as guys. Just be careful with the double standard. And on that note, let me throw something out real quick. Something simple. There are times where there are statuses, at least on Facebook, there are statuses, and people get on these binges and benders of, if they're girls, they go, we hate all guys, fuck the men, we don't care, you guys suck, you got dicks, you just want to be a pain in the ass. Why? Because they're on a bender or something they're on a tirade or a rant or a bender, or maybe they've watched a Lifetime movie, one too many of them, where the only bad guy has to be a bad guy, because if it's a bad girl, it's not on Lifetime, it's on Showtime. So, yes, I know that sounds like another double standard for movie industries and cable channels, but you see where I'm going with this. Family Guy even pointed it out. Family Guy was blunt, too. This is Lifetime. Men are evil and they will hurt you because this is Lifetime. That's pretty much a summary of most of the movies on Lifetime. Well, okay, I'm sorry, about 50%. Another 45% is overcoming some sort of detrimental thing. Illness, injury, mental breakdown, things like that. But then again, you go over to Spike and you have Mansers. You know, the word answers with the M in front of it. And, of course, this has lovely ladies in bikini tops and whatever, in random outfits, and they're answering questions about, can you do skydiving or sexual skydiving? Can you have sex underwater? Can you have sex on a motorcycle? Can you really get hit upside the head with this? Can you do that? And they're random things. But it's usually when a guy asks a question. It's like a guy question. So it's my answers. So, now that you see that cable companies also have the double standard, and, well, channels have double standards, everything has a double standard. So just watch what you say. Just watch what you say. Watch what you do, but watch what you say as well. I know this isn't one of those comical rants and tirades, but hey, just work with me here. I'm just trying to help put it out there so people don't get themselves in 17 feet of hot water on top of being 6 foot under, on top of it constantly raining, on top of someone waiting on top of said place, waiting to shoot you in the face if you emerge. So, I know, it's one of those random rants, so, whatever. Something to think about. Watch the double standards, people. Later.